City series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Dorenbecker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree.
What's up, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M Checks. I got the 2026 Black Carolina 5s re-releasing Saturday, June 20th. So as usual, we're going to take a close detailed look at the shoe from all angles. I'm going to put these on and step around them so y'all can see they look on feet. And I also have the original pair from 2006. So I'll be comparing the two throughout the video and we'll discuss all the differences between them. After that, I'm going to share my opinion on these and then I'm going to talk about release predictions and all that stuff. So let's get right to it. Quality looks valid. The color on the stitching is a little heavier on the new pair than it is on the originals. It's really not a big difference, but definitely noticeable. Lace locks have Nike on them instead of the Jumpman like the originals have. And the tongue is still 3M reflective. And that's the front. Everything from the side is really the same. If you could look past the discoloration on my 2006 pair, you can see that besides the heavier shade of blue, the only difference here is really the overall shape. And I really wish they would go back to shaping 5s like they did back then. Because that like 2005 or 2006 to like 2011-ish shape is just so much more appealing to me. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. What shape do you prefer? Jumpman on the back. I'm really glad they kept it like the 2006 pair. Now usually the lace lock on Jordan 5s matches whatever's on the back. So it's kind of odd they still put the Nike lace locks on these. I mean, I don't really care because you could barely see that shit. I'm gonna forget it's there when I'm wearing them, honestly. Inside is all blue and insoles are black with the blue Jumpman. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the blue tint on this outsole should have been a little heavier. I mean, it looks fine from the side view of the shoe as we saw, but down here it just looks a little too faint. And I can't really prove it right now because these have yellowed so much, but I want to say the 2006 pair was just a little bit more blue. Like the blue was, you know, a little heavier prior to it, you know, discoloring. These come in the Jordan face box, splatter pattern on the paper inside. The shoes come wrapped in this extra paper here. And I got the little divider in the middle. And then here's the box label. Air Jordan 5 Retro in black and multicolor. I hate to make a big deal out of these little box descriptions, but multicolor? It's fucking like 3 colors on the shoe. But how hard was it to say just black and Carolina blue, university blue, whatever. Here's a quick all-around view of the shoe. Alright, now see they look on feet.
Her ex broke, that ain't true with me. Never. What I blew was really light like UNC. At least to me it was, you know when niggas stashes up. My money real right like most cars passengers. Start off in the backseat, end up in the passenger. So good, make me wanna eat it, I don't fast with her. Plus her ass nice, good view if you get in back of her. We fall.
So in comparison to the original pair from 2006, the 2026 Black Carolina Jordan 5s have a different overall shape. Nike on the lace locks as opposed to the Jumpman. A slightly heavier or more vibrant shade of blue on the upper. You can see it in here and on the stitching. And they also have a slightly lighter blue tint on the outsole, which you can't tell from here unfortunately because my 2006 pair has discolored over the years, but this used to be blue like this. And you can see it was a little heavier than it is on these. But yeah, they did right on these overall. I'm very pleased with them. So absolute must cop for me. The Black Carolina 5 is one of my favorite Jordan 5s ever. Probably my third favorite actually, which I know is a big statement because there's a lot of nice Jordan 5 colorways, but I'm trying to think, and other than my definite number 1 and number 2, the Fire Red 5s and the Black Quay 54 5s, I can't really think of any other 5s that I want to say I like better than these. Black Supremes is up there for me. I love those. Love the black and red combo, the 94 on the side, like those are up there. Grapes, Tokyo's kind of up there for me too. Like I said, there's a lot of good 5s. Dorenbecker 5s, I really like those, but damn, Dorenbecker's. I forgot about those. I don't know. Maybe they might be tied. Because now I'm thinking Dorenbecker's. Dorenbecker's is up there for me. I could say they tied with Dorenbecker's. I want to throw the Supremes in there. The Black Supremes or the Grapes. But I'm getting off topic. Point is, I really like these. I fuck with these OD. And always have. I remember wanting these bad back in the day. These actually came out around when I first like really got into sneakers. I did not get them for retail, unfortunately. I wasn't up on release dates like that yet. And on top of that, if you don't know what the LS series is, if you never heard of it, it's short for lifestyle. And was basically basically a like collection of shoes that had colorways that just weren't as tied into Jordan's Chicago Bulls career. It was basically Jordan's way of saying like, hey, you don't have to be playing ball to wear my sneakers, or you don't have to wear these on the court. You can wear them casually too. Here's some non-Chicago Bulls or Jordan career. Actually, I can't even say Jordan career inspired because, you know, this is a North Carolina colorway, but y'all get what I'm saying. If you look at the time in 2006 when the LS series first became a thing, prior to that, most Jordans that came out was like a Chicago Bulls colorway or something that matched the Bulls uniform. You had a couple of outliers, but the ones that weren't were usually maybe like a Wizards colorway, a North Carolina colorway, Laney High School colorway. Like, these are things that tie into Jordan's career, pairs that match jerseys Jordan played in. And I know these being a Carolina colorway are in this, so it kind of sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but if you was there, you really know, like, these Thunder 4s, Lightning 4s, Tour 4s, Do the Right Thing 3s, Olive 5s, Burgundy 5s, Cool Grade 3s, like, we was not used to getting shoes in these colorways. And if we did, it was a very, like, once in a while thing. Like, even Cool Grade 3s, like, yeah, they had Cool Grade 11s, Cool Grade 9s, those were Wizards colorways, but like, just the little orange and red in the Cool Grade 3s to have the orange and gray and red, like, that was very different, you know? Thunder 4s, like, we had never seen no yellow Jordans other than the Laneys. Obviously, like, the Laneys had the blue and the yellow, but like, that's what the LS series was about. And obviously they were all still made as basketball shoes, but it was the colorways. They were just getting a little bit more diverse with them. You know, this opened the door for all of the vibrant, flamboyant colorways that we see today. And the LS releases were more on the exclusive side, some more than others. Like, I know the Thunders were probably, at least at the time, one of the most sought after. Maybe Grapes would probably be second, but I don't think any of them were something that you could just go walk into a retail store and just cop like after release date. I actually never saw any of the pairs from the original LS series sitting in a retail store. So with that being the case, and with the limited aftermarket resources I had at the time, the only way I was able to get my hands on a pair of these back then at that point was buying them from Flight Club. So I did. Surprisingly, they weren't crazy in price. See, it was $250, which if you consider what these are, or technically what these are, when I got them and where I got them from, $250 really was a good price for these. And I got my wears out of them over the years, kept them clean too, but eventually these did reach the inevitable and unfortunately got to a point where they were no longer wearable. And even though they're still in one piece to this day, I know it looks like they're separating right here, but they're not. That's just the paint coming off. But yeah, even though they're still in one piece, the midsole just is not strong enough to support the weight of a person wearing them anymore. So, I mean, it's actually not that weak, but I wouldn't even take that risk. And that's why I stopped wearing these when I did. Obviously, I could just wear them till the wheels fall off, as I like to say, but when you know that the shoe is most likely gonna crumble the next wear, or maybe the next wear after that, to me, it just doesn't really make any sense to get that one little extra wear out of them and then just ruin the midsole. Like, y'all always gonna hear me being an advocate for wearing your shoes, but the situation like this where I got plenty of wears out of them and I'm at the point where I could continue wearing them and then risk crumbling the sole, you know, knowing that it's going to happen within the next couple of wears, or I could just retire them in one piece, leave them in a box, save them for a time like this, and either keep them as a collector's item or sell them. If I were to try to wear these, I'm sure the midsole would crumble like within a couple of hours. And I don't remember how long it's been, but I retired these, as I like to say, a while ago. Like, it was, I don't know, it's been too long though, and it's low-key been killing me. I've gotten used to just not wearing them now, but like I said earlier, I really like these. It's very frustrating to have something as sexy as these and not be able to wear them. So I'm really happy they finally did a retro. I've been waiting, and I finally got a pair that I can wear again. And I'm glad they look like good. If I could change anything on them, it would really just be the shape. I like the shape on this older pair a lot better, but it's not that big of a deal. These still look great. Now, if you watch me regularly, I'm sure you've heard me mention in other videos that Jordan 5s run a little bit big, and because of that, I usually go a half size down and get a size 9 as opposed to my normal size 9.5. However, ever since the metallics came out last year, I don't know if they just making 5s different now, but the last few Jordan 5s I got in a size 9 just felt a little tighter on me than they used to. More specifically, the toe box feels like it's cut a little lower now. I really didn't realize it because I just undead stocked my metallics like a couple weeks ago, so I tried them on obviously, but trying a shoe on and walking around in the shoe is honestly two different things. After getting a few wears out of the Great 5s that came out last year and the Fire Red 5s, I realized it was the same thing with them as well. So I stopped going the half size down on Jordan 5s and I just go with my true size 9.5 now. But anyway, these shouldn't be too difficult to get at retail. I can see them maybe selling out on sneakers possibly, but it doesn't look like they have enough demand to sell out everywhere right away. I'm thinking at least a few hours or a few days, maybe even longer than that. I'm just thinking there's not really much else coming out this month, but I don't know how much of an influence that's gonna have. If the video was helpful at all or taught taught you anything, I really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. Likes and comments are always appreciated. And if you're interested in more early reviews like this or any other sneaker related content, please do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Once you're subscribed, make sure you tap that little bell icon where the subscribe button was and select all. That way when I put a new video out, you'll get notified. You won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody, please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.